Okay, so here in Benoose, just gonna go for an arm day, pretty old school, high volume workout, just how we like it. Put as much blood in possible in the arms and just do some old school shit, man. Some 21s, some supersets. When I'm training arms, it's all about just getting a pump, creating a lot of blood flow, training high volume, high intensity, getting in, getting out, and getting shit done. So let's get after it. So just getting nice and warm. I have a little bit of a niggle in my right elbow that's been around for a while, so before I'm training, I usually start with triceps just to lubricate my elbow joint, also warm it up. And I'll start with triceps, usually higher rep ranges, because I find that if I go too low rep ranges, it kind of puts a little bit too much stress on my elbow, especially at the start of my workout. So I'm gonna start with a rope extension and just put loads of blood in the triceps, get that elbow nice and lubricated, and then I'll move on to biceps. I like to do a bicep, tricep. Reason being, I just like the pump of my whole arm being pumped, you know? So I don't think there's a specific way to train arms. Some people like to just do all bis, all tris, that's completely fine. I just like to have that overall pump and blood flow in my arm, so I tend to do one bicep, then one tricep, and just repeat it. So 20 reps first set. Like I said, when I'm training arms as well, remember I'm always spending time in the contraction and spending time in the stretch. So even though I'm going to train higher volume, higher reps, I'm still going to really focus on the stretch of the tricep and contracting it hard at the bottom as well. Oh shit. Fucking hell. So just four straight sets here. 15 reps. Sorry, my first set was 20 reps. I just upped the weight. I hit 12, I upped the weight a little bit, I hit 12. So I always stay anywhere between, like, on arms, 10 to 20 reps and kind of just go what feels good. I think when it comes to arm training, I think the lower rep ranges don't really make sense. Remember, like, your biceps and triceps are a small muscle group. So I think if you're gonna go into like 6 reps, in my opinion, it's just way too much load and way too much stress on such a small muscle. You know, that's how you're gonna get injured. That's how you're gonna probably put, you know, a tendon injury, a muscle tear, something like that. So when I'm training arms, it's always gonna be in that 10 to 20 rep range, just to create a pump, get as much blood in the muscle as possible. That's what I found works best for my arms, like, so I can only give you advice from my point of view. But arm training to me, 10 to 20 reps, best rep ranges. So first things first, gonna put a little bit of blood in the biceps, warm them up, and then we're gonna go into some old school 21s, which is, I'll break that down for you in a minute. Okay, so next movement, some old school 21s. We're gonna do 7 reps from the bottom up, 7 reps from the top down to halfway, and then 7 full reps. So that's 7 reps from the bottom to halfway, 7 reps from halfway to the top, and then 7 full reps. This is just gonna work the muscle in different areas, different parts. It's a great exercise that I love to do at the start of a bicep session. Just put a fucking shit ton of blood in there, and then we'll go on to some different movements. But old school 21s, man, you can't beat them. Ooh, hot. I find that cables have such a constant tension. I'm able to contract and squeeze my bicep, tricep so much better. Remember, when it comes to training, it's all specific to you. It's what you feel. There is no best exercise. There's no best exercise to build arms. There's no best exercise for triceps, biceps. So if someone's putting an Instagram post out there saying, this is the best bicep builder, they're talking absolute shit. The reality is the movement that you feel the most in your bicep is the best exercise for you. So understand that. Instagram is full of bullshit, full of these fucking know-it-all coaches, full of Instagram wankers. Do what the fuck is best for you and what you feel the most. Simple as that. So next movement, I'm actually gonna do an old school superset. The reason I'm using a lot of ropes is because, like I said, I got this problem with this elbow. I got a bit of golfer's elbow. So I find that ropes don't put as much stress on this part of my elbow. So what I'm gonna do now is actually do a superset. I'm gonna do tricep push down in front of me, and then I'm gonna go straight into an overhead tricep rope extension. I'm gonna start on about 15-15, then I'm gonna go 12-12, 10-10, and probably hold it there. So I'm actually gonna hold it there because that was 20 reps, but that weight felt really nice. So like I said, guys, there's no best rep range. The best rep range is the rep range that you feel the most like. That felt really fucking good. And if something feels good, I just roll with it. You know, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I need more weight because more weight's gonna grow muscle. No, I did 20 reps. I felt it in my back, in my triceps so fucking good. Guess what? I'm gonna do another 3 sets there. Don't think that you need to do X, Y, Z. It's bodybuilding, it's not black and white. There's a million ways to fucking skin a cat. There's a million ways to get in shape. There's a million ways to grow muscle. People are preaching about one method. It's not one method fits all. And that's the reason I get the results I do with my clients, because everything is specific to the individual. Everything is set up for them, their lifestyle, you know, the training style. It's all specific, guys. There is not one method fits all. So these coaches, you'll find a lot of these coaches these days have their one method and that's all. They're not adaptable. They don't adapt to the client. I'm all about adapting to the client. That's what brings results. That's what keeps my clients with me for long periods of time. And that's what fucking matters. Oh shit. So my rep range is dropping a little bit, but guess what? It still feels fucking good. So I'm gonna hold it there. Like, I'm still hitting minimum 10 reps. So even though obviously it's high intensity and it's a superset, so I am getting weaker because I'm training quicker, but I still feel it fucking good in the muscle. And that's why I'm just gonna hold it there. So like I said, don't be afraid to just drop the weight. Don't be afraid to up the weight. Don't be afraid to hold the weight. It's not black and white, guys. As long as you fucking feel it, that's what matters. As well, on this one, what I'm actually trying to do is, when I'm pulling the rope down, I'm actually trying to extend it so I hit the short head of my tricep. So on the first movement, I'm coming down, extending it, trying to focus on that short head of the tricep, and then I'm going into an overhead and I'm actually keeping it straight to hit a bit more long head. So again, adjusting the, not necessarily hand positions. Hand position is great for like triceps, you know, overhand, underarm, straight. But adjusting the way I do the movement with the rope is gonna put a little bit more stress on different parts of the tricep. So again, it's like, it's finding the movement that you feel. So When I'm extending it, I'm feeling it in my short head. When I'm going overhead with the rope, I'm feeling it in my long head, and I'm really trying to stretch out that long head. So again, guys, it's like everything's set up specifically to me and what I feel. And the way I train now is I just gotta feel like I don't have a program, I don't have a logbook. I go into the gym, I look at the areas that I want to build up on my arm, and I go to an exercise that I feel will bring that area up and that I feel in that muscle. So, like I said, just do what's right for you, do what you feel. Ooh. So that's 4 sets there. I'm gonna go on to a cable machine now. So I have 2 clients on stage today. Heather in Shanghai, Zek in Italy. So it's a sleepless night for me, but it's what I fucking love about coaching. It's like, I know that I am there for my clients at any time of the day. When I've got clients on stage in different countries, I work with clients all across the world. Asia, India, Europe, US, Australia, the UK, Dubai, every single time continent. But guess what? It doesn't stop me replying. At the end of the day, it's my job as a coach to be there for my fucking client. It's my job as a coach to be accountable for my client. So guess what? I'm setting alarms. I'm doing this shit because I fucking love it. I want to see my clients win. I want to see them get to Olympia stage. I want to see them get pro cards. There's levels to this shit, guys. There's levels. You know, if you're working with a coach and he can't respond in 24 hours, or he blue ticks you or some bullshit, I ain't being funny. Fucking get your money back. Tell the coach to fuck himself. It's as simple as that. Like, coaching these days is watered down, full of fucking idiots who don't care. And reality is, work with a coach who's got time for you, keeps you accountable, and guess what? Fucking cares. That's one of the most important aspects when working with a coach. You know, they can be the best coach in the world, the most knowledge in the world, but if you haven't got time for you, it doesn't fucking matter, guys. So be careful who you invest your money into. Be careful who you choose as a coach. Your coach should be there on call 24/7 when you need him. That's real fucking coaching. And that's what we do here, just deliver results. So I actually prefer, when doing this movement, I actually prefer to stand facing the cable machine rather than face away. I know a lot of guys like to stand the other way. I just find that puts too much stress on my front delt. Here, I feel like I can lean back. I can really focus on fully lengthening my bicep. And as I come up, contracting hard as fuck at the top. I'm a big believer in when training biceps to fully lengthen the bicep and fully lengthen the tricep. So, quick key point, whenever you're training biceps, always imagine at the bottom of the movement is actually flex your tricep. That will allow your bicep to fully lengthen, fully open up. Now, this is one of my favorite movements, personally for me. I'm not gonna say this is the best movement to build big fucking arms, because this is the best movement that I feel. And this is a movement that I feel I can go slightly heavier within that lower rep range of 10 to really get the most out of my bicep. But this for me is my personal favorite exercise. So remember, whenever training biceps, fully lengthen the bicep by tension the tricep, and do the opposite when training triceps. Looking crazy. Zek's in Italy right now, so phone's always on, guys. 2 clients in the show, Heather and Zek checking in whilst I'm training. But guess what? My phone's on. I'm making sure they're on point because I want to fucking win as bad as they do. And that's what I think a lot of coaches in this game for the wrong fucking reasons. They're in this game just to make money, take your hard-earned cash, but they don't care. Reality is I got passion for this shit. I wake up every morning excited. I wake up every day fucking buzzing to see my clients' check-ins. Last night I couldn't even fucking sleep, waking for Zek's and Heather's check-ins. And the reality is because I want to win as bad as they do. Sometimes I think I want to win more than my clients want to win. I'm here as a coach to give you absolutely everything I got to make you the best version of you and deliver fucking results on all levels. Lifestyle clients, female clients, male clients, contest prep, IFBB pros. It's my fucking job to bring you the results and bring you in your absolute best. And that's what I love. I love this shit. Passion changes everything. I say it all the time. When you're passionate about something, it changes the game. So next time I'm gonna go a little bit lighter because I just started to feel a little bit heavy. So again, not afraid to drop the weight down. Gonna go for a little bit higher reps. So there, just doing some pumping reps. Just because I fucking wanted. Now it felt like it would just feel right to just pump then. So just a few pumping reps, higher reps. Gonna go over to some more triceps. A bit more short head of the tricep, as I feel like that's the weaker area of my tricep, is this part here. So I want to really focus on that. And also hitting that head actually takes a lot more stress off my elbow, hence why I'm doing it. So here again, trying to keep the shoulder and elbow joint fixed, stretch the tricep at the top, fully contract the tricep at the bottom. All about control in this movement. Remember, it's not a movement you can go very heavy on because, you know, it's a small area of the tricep. So I generally don't go too heavy on here and I go into the higher rep ranges. And again, when I feel that I've failed, I don't really try any force reps anymore. I find that like doing too many like force reps, drop sets, I like it every now and then, but on a constant basis, like pounding force reps over and over again, in my opinion, just destroys the central nervous system. So there's a very fine line between training fucking hard and getting the most out of the muscle and training beyond failure and frying your central nervous system. And that will differentiate from person to person or individual to individual. Some people can take higher workloads. Some people can take more, like getting fucking hammered, getting destroyed. Others need more rest. And it's just down to the individual, down to their recovery capabilities, how they can recover, you know, how they can perform at maximal effort. So there's a very fine line between training too hard and going OTT and training hard enough. So it's knowing when to pull back and say, you know, enough's enough, let's move on. And it's knowing when to go balls in, go all out and push the fucking limits. So biceps, this is one of my favorite movements as well. I'm not gonna say it's the fucking best movement to build biceps because that's bullshit. Best movement is the movement that you feel. Now, when I'm doing this movement, I'm actually gonna try put my armpit into this pad, which allows no momentum. I'll actually put my feet behind me as well to stop any form of momentum. Remember, training biceps, same concept. Fully lengthen for bicep by tensing the tricep at the bottom. Spend time in the stretch, spend time in the contraction. That is my personal tip for getting big fucking arms. Like I said, not gonna say this is the best movement to build arms, but the movement's the best that you feel. Again, one of my favorite movements, so I'm gonna run it up. Fuck. And notice how like my arm training or him training in general, it's not like one method. Like, you know, I threw some 21s in there, I threw some supersets in there, I threw some straight sets in there. I didn't do anything by the book in front of me. I didn't come in with a logbook. I came in with my fucking brain and used my brain rather than fucking what a book says to me. And the reality is like, it's what I keep saying, guys, like there's not one way to skin a cat. There's not, you don't have to be so one-dimensional in your training. You can think outside the box, you can use your brain. You don't have to be masked to a logbook. Like, I'm a big believer that being so masked to a logbook is just a recipe for disaster and creating injuries, you know? Especially if you haven't got the ability of self-control and the ability to, you know, control the weight that you're lifting and train safe. Like I said, like, I'm not saying the logbook's completely bullshit, but you have to be a certain type of mindset where you have the ability to control, you know, you have self-control, you have the ability to slowly increment weights when it feels good and when it feels right. And I think that's the problem, is a lot of inexperienced kids using the logbook and just trying to get stronger every week. And reality is like, eventually you get to a point you're not gonna get stronger, your form's gonna slip and you're gonna end up getting injured. So it's all about being smart. Train smart, train safe, and you know, that's how you're gonna progress the most. When you're injured, you ain't gonna progress. Think about it that way. I think that's a very, very key point to talk about, is that remember, like, you're only going to progress if you stay injury free. And training like a fucking dickhead and doing stupid shit is only going to lead to injury, which is only going to stop you progressing in the long term. So, like I said, it's a very fine line between training fucking hard, training smart, and being stupid. And lifting stupid weight with shitty form is only going to lead to injury, which is only going to lead to you lacking progress over time from injuries. So this game is all about longevity. It's all about trying to stay as healthy as possible for as long as possible, so that you're able to run up as many consistent weeks training, nutrition, dieting as possible. And that is what's going to bring results. The key to this sport is consistency and time. There is no fucking secret. There is no quick fix. Everyone wants instant gratification these days, and the reality is that, honestly, if you're in bodybuilding for instant gratification, get the fuck out of this sport and go play something that, you know, like darts or fucking balls, because at least you're winning in 10 minutes there. This game, you ain't gonna win overnight. It's gonna take years and years of hard fucking work, consistent dedication, and that's the fucking reality. So if this game isn't for you, get the fuck out of here and go do something else, because you're gonna waste too much time and too much of your life dedicated to this sport. You're gonna get fucking nowhere with that mindset. And that's the reality, and it's simple as that. Ooh. Let's do a quick reel. Okay, so remember, guys, that this game is all about fucking small wins. It's all about winning the day every fucking day. The small wins add up to big fucking results. And that's the reality. You gotta focus on winning the fucking day. You gotta focus on owning every fucking day, ticking every box. It's that fucking simple. These fucking small wins that you accumulate over time are what are gonna bring big results. So stop focusing on the bigger picture. Focus on winning the fucking day. Every single day you have one task, like a checklist. Check off every single box, whether that's your cardio, eating all your food, your training, put a tick by it. Win every fucking day. That's how you're gonna become great. Focus on the small fucking wins, day in, day out, and let them accumulate, and big results will happen and big things will happen. It's as simple as that. Shit. So tricep push down here. It's like a mimics a dip machine. Real nice. So there's a saying that says, motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you fucking going. And there's no truer saying in the world. The reality is that you have to do shit on the days that you don't feel like doing it. The greats have the ability to put in the work on the days they feel like shit. The reality is in this game, you can't let emotions take control of you. You have to own your fucking emotions. You have to turn up on the days you don't want to turn up. And that's what makes a fucking great a great. People don't want to be told they have to do shit when they're tired. But guess what? If you want to fucking win and you want to be the best at what you do, get used to doing shit when you're tired. Get used to doing shit when you don't feel like doing it. Because this world is full of fucking pussies and a weak-minded society that feels sorry for themselves, that wants instant gratification, that wants shit handed to them on a plate. And reality is, if you want to get where you want to get to in life, be prepared to fucking work for it. Be prepared to put in the fucking work on days you don't feel like it. Be prepared to do the hard shit. Take the hard road, because that's where character's built. That's where you're going to be great. Don't take that easy route. That easy route is getting you fucking nowhere. It's going to get you instant gratification with shit that isn't going to last forever. So you want to build an empire, you want to build something great, put in the fucking work. Stop being a pussy, stop crying, get shit done, get to work. It's not poor old me. You know, if you want great things, be prepared to put in the fucking work. Simple as that. Fucking hell. Okay guys, remember in bodybuilding, you got three things: condition, size, and symmetry. That is what you fucking judged on. Now, in my opinion, condition will always be king. But guess what? There's no point being in fucking shape and being peeled if you've got no muscle. And you know, if you're a super heavyweight and you're coming absolutely dice, but you lack muscle, guess what? You're gonna get beaten. And no matter how conditioned you are, no matter how fucking shredded your glutes are, muscle fucking matters. You know, this is bodybuilding. This is judged on three things: size, symmetry, and condition. So you want to tick all three boxes. So yes, condition is king. And in my opinion, in the amateur, condition will overrule. But in the pro league, it's a different fucking level. Everyone's in condition. Everyone's big. Everyone's got good genetics and symmetrical. So remember, when you're bodybuilding, look at all three aspects, look at all three factors. That's what's gonna make you a good fucking bodybuilder. If you're just focusing on one factor, you're missing out on another two factors. That's 60, 70% of your physique that isn't gonna be judged properly. So remember, condition was king, but guess what? Muscle fucking matters. So put in the work, build the tissue, and get shredded. That's how you're gonna win your bodybuilding shows. So just slightly higher pumping reps on some hammers. I like to finish off on hammers. I just feel like it puts a lot of blood into my bicep just to finish off with. So nice little movement to finish.
2, 3, 4. Start with this one because you want to kind of release. If you have somebody with like a gun, with a massage gun, you can have them massaging it
while
before,
you do it.
and then do this stretch a couple of times, and then you start going into shoulder mobility. Because now the shoulder is going to be able to rotate more. So when you're going to take your arm, so let's do a test. Let's see how far. Put one leg, one arm down, push it down, press it down next to your hip. Now try to raise this one higher. Okay, backwards. Yeah, there. Okay, it's not that bad. I was expecting it to be more tight. Like some people, they cannot even.
Well, I do stretch. I've been stretching every day.
So that's better. 3, 4. Rotate it.
So you go around the
so that, because you won't be able to actually move it full rotation.
Yeah.
To show you your body doesn't move. Yeah. So it's something like that. Yeah, you need to practice this more.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6.
You don't realize how much my neck crunches.
Right now it should hurt you. This movement, relax the fuck out of it. But the problem is,
everything's tight. I can feel it.
It's pressing, so your back fascial line is more stronger than your front fascial line. So if you were to be training, you need to train more chest, the top of your chest, because the more powerful it gets, the more it's going to push your posture back up.
Because that's actually a weak part of me here is I need more upper chest as well.
So this is what you need to do. Train more chest, the top of your chest, which is, I know, like for guys, is one of the most important things. Most of the time it's hard to train it and improve it. Some guys, they don't even develop chest.
Just because you got to connect with it.
Yeah, but this is going to always, even me with my implants, I still train chest because I train it for posture.
To bring you, bring you back,
Keep my posture super straight so I don't
I really want to focus on my mobility this year, because what I've noticed is as I've got bigger and more muscle, everything's a lot tighter. So the ability to open up my back now has kind of changed a little bit. And at the end of the day, bodybuilding sometimes at this level is about small margins. And I know if I can mobilize my shoulders more, my scapula more, my back double biceps going to look bigger. When you see guys that can't really open up the lats properly, it's usually because the scapulas are tight and they don't have any shoulder mobility. And it usually happens when we gain more muscle. So mobility is something that I really want to incorporate into my routine on a daily basis. And to be honest, sometimes you just need to be showed how to do it. Like, I'm under no illusion, I'm not a mobility specialist. So the reality is I need someone to help me create a program to build my mobility. Just like with a coach, you need a coach to help you build a program to get you in shape. Same concept. So we just went through some mobility there for like 10 minutes to actually mobilize my shoulders. And I'm actually going to go finish off with arms now. Let's talk about peaking and peak week. Now, when you peak someone to perfection and you dry out and load, the reality is weight isn't going to differentiate much. Now, if you're putting on 10, 15 pounds, in a peak, reality is you're spilling over. The whole process is to take water out the body and fill the body up with glycogen. That's how you bring a full, complete, hard, dry look. And the reality is when you do that correctly, the differentiation in weight is very, very minimal, because you're pulling water at the same time you're putting glycogen in. So you'll probably find there's only a few pounds difference. If not, you're going to be the same weight. And this is where a lot of people get it wrong. They almost try to push carbs too much, not dry out enough, and end up spilling. And yes, the 5-10 pounds over the stage weight. The only time I ever see massive increase or bigger increases in weight when loading someone is generally if they've been sucked down and had to really suffer to make weight. And that's only a very small percentage. 90% of people make weight pretty easily, and when they do so, when loading them, the differentiation in weight when you're drying them out at the same time as loading them is very, very small. So if you are putting on 10, 15, 20 pounds in a load, reality is you spilled and you're probably gonna look like a fucking water buffalo on stage. So bear in mind, when you are loading, it's all about perfecting a peak. And the reality is that not many people have an eye to peak. Science and all that shit goes out the window sometimes, okay? It's all specific to the individual. It's very, very tailored, and it takes a very, very trained eye to peak someone perfectly. And here at Just Deliver Results, I don't fucking miss when it comes to peaking clients. That is one thing I pride myself in, and that's one thing that I truly think that I don't ever get fucking wrong. So, reality is if you want to peak, you need to get on to Just Deliver Results. So negative people are like a fucking disease. These people are fucking toxic. And reality is if you've got anyone negative in your life, cut them off, because all they're gonna do is bring you fucking down. I can't fucking stand negative people. Like, reality is they're just a fucking disease to our fucking society. Guys, this life is all about fucking energy, and energy fucking matters. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who make you better. who want to see you fucking win. If anyone's sucking the life out of you, kick him to the fucking curb, eliminate him from your fucking life. Negative people, there's no room or no time for them in my fucking life. At the end of the day, I need to be surrounded by people who want to see me win, want to make me better, and build me up to be the best version of me. Energy is fucking contagious. I say it all the fucking time. Energy matters. So watch your energy, watch your people you surround yourself by. If they are negative, get them out of your fucking life. I'm telling you, it'll be the best thing you ever fucking do. So fuck negative people. I'm all about positive vibes, positive wins, positive people. That's all I want to radiate. Energy is fucking contagious, remember that. So accountability when working with a coach is probably one of the most important acts. Fucking hell, I can't even speak. Ready? So accountability when working with a coach, probably one of the most important aspects of my coaching. I am there for my clients 24/7. Reality is I don't want any of my clients to wait for a response time. I pride myself in client communication. My guys will tell you, my females will tell you, my guys will tell you that my phone is on 24/7. You know, that's the only way I coach. It's as simple as that. If you want to work with a coach who's got your back, who's there for you 24/7, you need to join Just Deliver Results. Here, we're another level. You know, client response time, second to fucking none. At the end of the day, accountability and monitoring is what's gonna get you in shape. If you're waiting 24 hours for a fucking reply, guess what? Fire your fucking coach because he's useless and he's just taking your hard-earned cash. I'm here to get fucking results. I'm here to keep my clients' mindset in the best possible place year round, whether that's fucking off-season, contest prep. Where the mind is, the body follows. Remember guys, accountability is key. So don't forget that, join Just Deliver Results. So that's arm day wrapped up. Pretty much did 4 exercises for biceps, 4 exercises for triceps. That's us done. Head over to YouTube, subscribe, like, follow the journey, follow the content. I appreciate it. And thank you for watching. Shall we go?